on Radio on Fire, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. I'm sorry, y'all. Good morning again. I am here. I want to say this is my first show of the year. I'm trying to get it together, y'all. All right, so it's your girl V, Miss V. I'm here at Radio on Fire. It's your girl V, the V Mix Radio Show. I am Miss V. I have a guest today, but before I get into my guest, I want to say thank you to everyone who made 2018 very special. I launched 2 of my V Mixer events that was very successful. Thank you to everyone who partake as far as donations, as far as being a vendor, as far as being performers, artists that came to the show. So I first want to say thank you to all the vendors. Sanea, that's henna. She was at my first V Mixer. Ayers Batch of Nature. JK Fashion Closet Full Bloom was part of the event. Billie Holiday, she does touch and sound. She also is an artist. I had performers, Jersey Sean, shout out to Jersey Sean. He's one of my sponsors as well for the V Mixer. J.S. Squire. I had I Am Prophet. Get familiar with everyone I'm talking about. They are all musicians. Nova Gray came through and blessed me. So everyone who was a part of my first mixer, as far as my aunt being production, my best friend Eric on the cameras taking some photography, everyone, St. James, shout out to St. James, the brand, for styling my hair and doing my makeup. My friend Mark, he was actually responsible for the centerpieces. Ras Grow was the caterer for my first and my second event. Devin Green Franklin Foundation actually sponsored the event for the second event. She gave a donation. This is all off the dome, y'all, so just bear with the stuttering, okay? Devin Green Franklin Foundation. Swagged Out Photography was a part of the event for the second V Mixer. Thank you so much. Radio on Fire let me utilize his beautiful location for the second V Mixer. Thank you so much. I left WFBR in 2018. Thank you. Shout out to Jane Alston. Thank you so much for always looking out for me and blessing me. I don't want to mess up my makeup. Let me stop on that note. Right? Yeah. So Miss Jean, I thank you so much for blessing me and always looking out for me for the V-Mix getting started in June of 2015, and you supporting me from then until my transition up until now to Radio on Fire. I just felt that nothing happened. It just was a switch for digital. I was on AM radio for, I want to say, a good 3 years. So it was a good fresh start. Me and Diamond have a great relationship. So I felt like it would have been a good move to come here. And his brand is expanding. He's going to correct me. He has over 400,000 streams a month. Oh, he didn't correct me, y'all. All right, so I want y'all to get familiar with Radio on Fire. Great network, great team for all the shows. It's not only the V Mixes on Radio on Fire, it's other shows, so get familiar with Radio on Fire Network. Also, you can catch my shows that started in October up until now on YouTube. So I have a YouTube channel. I'm still loading things to my YouTube, to my site. My website is up right now. thevmix.com is 1X, so it's THEVMIX.com. So I have a project coming out this year. I'm working with a few great people. A lot of the artists are going to be attached to the project that have been on my show. So again, thank you to all the artists that ever gave me some time, some play, some action, to let me interview you all, to get in your business, to get familiar, to talk my ish with you. I really appreciate you. So 2018 for me was lit, okay? I had a great year. I opened a lot of doors. I shut some doors. It doesn't mean that it was a bad thing. It means that sometimes it just don't work. Meaning for your brand, for your journey, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing or it's beef or it's issues. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So for the people that it do work, you know, thank you. I got a lot of things in store. Get familiar. Stay tuned. Thank you to my family and my friends when I call and y'all pick up and I be venting, I be talking my ish. So everybody who know me know why that's part of my segment. I'm the type of person to get it off my chest. Shout out to Mira Lighthouse. She is familiar with my lashes right now. She is responsible for my lashes. She also has quick strips. She has extension minks and bottom strips. So if y'all can get a close look, I have bottom lashes on as well. So get familiar with Mira's Lighthouse. She has a message behind her brand. I love it. Sweet girl. Also today, I'm trying to get this out before I get into my beautiful guest, Imani Philly. He's up next. He's sitting next to me. Act like you don't see him though, all right?
Oh.
So, Empower Pop-Up Mixer is today. Shout out to Miss Janice Thomas, making the brand. Chris Bivens will be there. Erica Camille will be there. Young AD. So I will be there myself. Hopefully I can run into you all and grab a couple interviews to see and to ask you why networking is so important, especially in your actual own community. You know, I'm from Baltimore. No, I wasn't born here, but I'm definitely from here. Like, this is my stomping grounds. But I just feel like networking is very important. A lot of my relationships throughout my years with the V-Mix is from networking. I met Diamond K in 2000. Shout outs to Baltimore Flavor Radio, Antoine. I met him actually co-hosting on a show, and me and Diamond K been tight and cool ever since. So I have a lot of radio relationships. Shout outs to everybody who supported me. But I think that's it. Up next, I have Velvet Yaniverse. She is all about feminine products and keeping ourselves healthy and beautiful. So that's on January the 26th. So get familiar with Miss Vanessa, Miss Velvet Yaniverse. And I think that's about it of me running my mouth. So stay tuned this year, 2019. I'm excited. I have a project, more guests, more networking. I want to put together, I'm saying this now, I am putting together a giveaway. So if y'all want to get more information on the giveaway that I'm putting together, and of course, I'm going to come out with that information as far as what and what's going on. But hit me up in my email, thevmix@gmail.com. That's 2 X's for my email, 1 X for my website. So the website is thevmix.com. The email is thevmix@gmail.com, and it's 2 X's. All right. So enough about me. And make sure y'all go ahead. They are taking cash at the door, I think, or you can pay at the door. I know Cash App is very popular for the making the brand, and that go to IG to Miss Janice Thomas. And let me just go ahead and get this on real quick. So if I forget you and I did not give y'all a shout out for my 2018 presence and collaborations and partnerships, I so apologize, and make sure y'all tell me about myself. So next show it's still the New Year's, it's still the top of the year. So next show I can say thank you so much for coming and blessing the V-Mix. But I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Maybe I should just turn around like it's a commercial break. Hi, Amahni. How are you? Thank you so much for being here today.
Yes,
Imani Philly.
And I'm grateful, and I'm thankful that you had me on today. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
We actually known about you coming on for a while. You actually been in music for a while. I want you to introduce yourself, because I just talked so much just for those last 5 minutes. I want you to introduce yourself, and then I'm gonna piggyback off of that.
Okay, I'm Imani Philly, R&B songwriter, entrepreneur, thyroid activist. I've been doing music for the past, I'll say, 11 years. That was actually when I decided to become a solo artist and become a recording artist. And my first album was released in 2016. And just recently, I released Forever Golden, my second project.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations. So 2016, that was your first project. It was called Home.
Yes.
So you, your second project just came out in 2018.
Yes.
Okay. So when was it in 2018? Was it
It was
the end of the year?
It was April.
April. Okay, so April
Yes.
2018,
Yes.
your second project came out.
Yes.
11 tracks, an interlude and an outro.
Yes.
I'm so glad you had an interlude in there. That's like how I grew up. Every
Yeah.
album had an interlude.
I love like interludes, outros,
Okay.
long plays. You know, I love that element because that's kind of something that's lost.
I agree.
You know, that music doesn't do the long play anymore, or the long intro
Skits.
or the skits.
Right.
Like music don't do that anymore. Sometimes hip hop does, but you know, R&B is like, you know, they sway away from, you know, doing the long plays, and they do just like singles and the hits, trying to, you know, constantly back up a hit with a hit instead of doing a whole project, album.
Something that complements the first track.
Yes.
And kind of tell a story. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have 11 tracks, outro, an interlude, so it's like 9 tracks really, right?
Yes. Yes.
You are responsible for
I'm responsible for the writing and the ideas. I did collaborate with Finn the Great, a hip hop artist that I'm still grooming. Um, he's working on a new project for the future. Probably the end of this year or next year or something like that. But he's still in the grooming process. But he's a really great artist. Um, we were having like writing sessions sometimes, and we would I would be grooming him basically on how to write a song and uh, how to um, how to construct bars and composition and things like that. So I think what was it? Only You and Hold Me Down. That was like a collective. We sat down and I said, "This is what I'm writing, and this is what I want to write about." So like, I wanted like a fresh, sound.
So what are the
in my
essentials
composition?
what do you need to get prepared to write? Because you said I sat down with when we actually played. What is the essentials? How do you get prepared to write?
Well, usually,
I hope I ain't asked something too personal. Because he was like,
yeah. Well, everything that I write in music is either a text message, a call, a real life situation. Yeah, everything
I see
that
why
I write
he didn't want to say anything. Because
Yeah.
he's like, look, y'all, I'm not going to do everybody. So it's specific text messages. Not all of everybody who texts them is okay. Don't
Yeah,
feel like
not everybody.
Not everybody.
Just
Oh, wow,
just
so
specific.
you're very creative.
Yes, in my like, I'll tell people, I'll say it on social media, like, if you really want to know my business, it's all in my music. Like, is if you break it down, like, it's everything is in my music. Like, my entire life is in my music. So, yeah.
So producers, who was a part of it?
Well,
your album Forever. This we're talking about Forever Golden. That's out
I
right
work
now.
with Afro Keys.
Afro Keys.
Trying to name Afro Keys. I can't remember everybody right
Okay,
now. Ooh.
that's fine. That's fine. So you
but
have.
I know Afro Keys was my favorite because
Okay.
that's where Waiting Room came from.
Okay.
That was the first single, and that's I'll say Waiting Room is like my roots, like where I come from in music, like the soul, the gospel, the R&B, like the vocal in the vocals. So that's where I come from, and then I went into.
So what about Forever Golden, your
Forever.
actual single? Because the album is called Forever Golden, and you have a single. So
The single was called Forever. Yeah, the single was called Forever, and that song basically, I wanted to try something new. I wanted to do something that was like millennial, millennialized. I'll say, like, that's not a word, but
no, we just used the word today, like flued out,
flued out.
Yeah, so that's a new word.
I wanted to do something more millennialized, so I wrote Forever, and it was a big hit because it was catchy, and I wasn't really I wasn't singing. It was just basic vocals.
Music have went into where they're not singing.
No.
How do you feel about that?
Ooh.
How do you feel about music transitioning into, if you got a beat, you got a catchy hook, or you can have a kind of like a melody or something, even a raspy voice, and you can carry a tune. Like, that don't mean you can sing. And a lot of artists come out recently, in 2018, and talked about that. Like, we can call her names because I feel like everybody brings something to the table. You know me. Like, if you don't know me, I feel like we all are unique. Yeah. We all are superheroes with our own unique, sauce, I'm gonna say.
Yes.
So, how do you feel about as an artist? Because you said I wasn't really singing on that, but right now that's very popular.
Yes. It was hard for me to do because a family friend of mine, she said, you are a singer.
Okay.
So I can imagine how hard that was for you. I said, it was really hard because I'm a singer, and to kind of turn down my vocals and my abilities as far as like vocal acrobatics and different things like that, and runs and riffs, and to turn myself down was really hard because I I always want to just sing.
Right.
You know, I just want to from my soul. But that song, I had to kind of channel the emotion in a different way without putting it into my voice too much. So wasn't easy, and I feel like as music artists and R&B singers, and I feel like we should be able to sing still, but you know, these days that's not what's selling. So you gotta kind of.
So you do. So you kind of feel like it's both. You need a
Yes.
little bit of balance. Like you
Yes,
should be
it's a
able to
balance.
sing. When it's time to sing, you should be able to sing. But when it's time to give them a little, you should be able to do both. I agree with that.
Yes, definitely.
I agree with that. So you got Golden Heart, Hold Me Down, Feels was the interlude, A Lot More, Good Love. So if someone comes to the key, Forever, and Waiting Room. So if someone comes to you right now and be like, it's time to perform, out of these 9 tracks, even an interlude, which one will you be like, all right, I'm gonna go with this one? Not to say it has to be a single, but the one that you be ready right now on the drop of a dime to perform.
I'll say Forever.
Okay.
Forever, Waiting Room, and Only You.
We listen to Forever right now.
Yes.
I know.
Yes, so you're listening to it.
2000
I can perform that off
Any-
the drop of a hat, because those are the singles, and I'm already
Already
prepared
ready.
mentally to
Okay.
just go into
You're ready.
to those songs.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Exactly.
So 2016, your album. What's the difference from 2016 dropping your first album project, Home, and then now for Forever Golden? Like, what have you learned? You regret? You wish it went well? It didn't go well. It's 2 years in between that. Let's say, was it a good 2 years?
Yeah, good 2 years. Well, there's a deeper story behind the timing between Home and Forever Golden. So the thing is, Home, when I wrote Home, excuse me, when I wrote Home, I think not too long after that, I had an aneurysm and was in the hospital for a week. And after being released from the hospital, the entire year after that, I was supposed to be recovering, but I was performing. I was just performing, so. I'll say from the beginning, it showed me the strength that I have and that what I'm capable of. If put on the spot, if having to do certain things under different circumstances, and heavy circumstances and dire circumstances, I'm still able to get on stage and still be Imani Philly. So it was. I'll say between those 2 years, it was heavy because being on stage, nobody really realizing that you're on stage and that you're stepping down off of the steps and your balance is not even there, but you have to make it look like you're together for the performance. So it was hard. It wasn't something that was easy. The pain and the headaches and.
So for people who don't know what an aneurysm is, that you want to talk about
Yes,
that?
an aneurysm is when you have a blood vessel burst in your brain, and the bleeding, it bleeds into your brain, and your brain starts to swell. So luckily for me, they had many doctors, and they just made sure my brain kind of went back down, it made sure it didn't swell, because if my brain continued to swell, then they would have to
What's
do
the causes
surgery.
of aneurysm?
Stress, health issues. I also I have thyroid disease, Graves' disease. So
If you wanted to talk about that, this your moment.
Yes. Thyroid and Graves' disease is is a little gland in your throat that controls every every facet of the movement and of your body and your organs and your brain function, your balance, your metabolism. It controls everything. So when your thyroid is hyperactive or hypoactive, it's it can cause your metabolism to slow down. It can cause your metabolism to speed up. It can cause your liver or your lungs to become inflamed or not work correctly or properly. You can have it affects your mental and your habits. It affects everything, like more than what we think it does.
Wow.
And it's amazing to me that it's not considered a like one of those diseases. Yeah, it's not considered something as serious as that.
Cancer is okay.
Yeah, but it is that serious because when you have thyroid disease, if it's too many fluctuations, you can develop thyroid cancer. So it's a very serious type of situation that is kind of overlooked. And then being mostly it's usually women who have thyroid disease.
My mom, I didn't want to say my mom had hyper thyroid. I want to say it. I think, yeah, she does. Yeah, I think my mom has hyper.
Yes. So it's very serious.
Yeah, because I remember it was a fluctuation with her metabolism as well growing up. Oh, you just schooled me. Some awareness on that today. Thank you. So let's pick back up. So between home and Forever Golden, obviously you're Forever Golden. So is that the reason so between that time, home totally influenced Forever Golden?
Yes, it did.
Okay. All right. So because in that time you was dealing with, like you said, your health issues.
Relationship issues.
So
everything.
You said relationship issues.
It was a lot of things that was happening that birthed home and that led to Forever Golden.
So relationships, you want to jump in that? Do you think, people chalk up bad relationships or relationships not flourishing because of social media? Do you think that can play a part? I remember I said something to my aunt about social media. I said, "Oh, social media this." She said, "Well, you gotta have a balance in your damn life. You gotta get this one right here. Yeah. You gotta have a balance in your life. Like social media ain't gonna stop with nothing. It's up to you." So, what do you feel about relationships and people? Because now people hook up on Twitter, they in the DMs, like. Do you feel like, and I think my last guy, shout out to Velly Smalls. Happy birthday to Velly Smalls. I apologize. I'm over 30 myself, so when I'm telling you I'm on my way, I am in my mind, but my body shut down, and I thought I was going to take a nap, and I never got up. But happy birthday to you. He celebrated his birthday last night at I-County Lounge, so shout out to artist Velly Smalls. I'm going to try to get familiar with him. But what were we saying?
We were saying
relationships, social media. So he was saying that he felt like, and shout out to DJ Twiz, he was my DJ for the V Mixer, but he also said that he feels that you're supposed to, when you're dating, however you hook up, DMs, social media, whatever, but when you're dating, you're supposed to, when is it a time that you talk about the things, or you take time to get yourself together, or you talk about the things that you have issues, or mommy issues, or daddy issues? When is it like it's 90 days to have sex, but is it 90 days to actually have a conversation about what's going on with a person before you actually start dating them or while you're dating them? So, all right, I just gave you so much in like that one question. I'm sorry, that was a lot, wasn't it?
that was good though. It was very detailed.
I gave you so much. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
So, I always call myself weird because I feel.
I'm too. I'm a misfit.
I feel that sex shouldn't even be a factor until you are fully engaged in something that's growing with that person. Now, I do feel that in the beginning you should talk about all of the issues that you have, because I always do that, and it's always
it don't push them away.
All right, go ahead. No, I was about to get into that. It always seemed as though with I'll say with a lot of people that I dated, it always seemed as though this is too much. I don't need to know all of that, but I'm like, you really should, because like I feel when you let somebody in on the issues that you have, that gives them a way out if that's not what they
out.
Yeah,
okay.
if that's not what they're into or what they're looking forward to or what they signed up for, it gives them a way out. So it's always best to put all your cards on the table, not just the good stuff. Not don't bring china and steak to the table, and no, I want you to bring the nasty stuff. I want you to bring the bad stuff. I want you to bring what you think is weird or crazy. I want to see all of it now. So over the years, if it goes that far, so I can see what I'm in for. People step into situations, even just like dating, and they step into situations as if I'm going to show you my best part. I was like, no, I'm going to show you my worst part because that's what you need to see. Like, I'm not going to show you my best part. I'll show you my best part after the fact. Like, that's the good part, but I'm going to show you my worst part. And even in that, when I'm told my worst part is not even bad at all. Like,
So pretty much 2018 was a good year for you, as far as releasing your project.
Yes.
So give us your highs before you give the lows of 2018, if you would like to share that with. I want you first of all, drop your contact information. Let's talk about Forever Golden, how we can get that. If you go iTunes to that title, I always say title. Go ahead. Drop your contact information, and we're going to get into the highs of 2018. We can talk more about Forever Golden, and who actually, as far as your influencers and inspirations in music as a whole, the people you were looking up to, trying to imitate, all those good people.
Okay.
But
Forever Golden, you can get Forever Golden on almost, if not all, online platforms, Tidal, Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify. Yeah, Spotify definitely. Stream, because everything is streaming. I want you to listen to the entire project because every song coincides with each other. It's an order. It's an art. It's a craft. It's an art form. Even the album cover is a like almost a literal visual of each song on the album. So check out Forever Golden, Imani Philly, and it's pronounced Amahni. Imani Philly, I don't mind anybody saying it how, because, we have dialects and accents, Baltimore,
Are you from Philly?
No, I'm not. Everybody has that.
You from B-More?
I'm from B-More,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So right now your IG is Imani_Philly, right?
Yes.
So that's his contact, okay?
On IG.
And so go to IG. Is your link in your bio for your music?
For my music,
just
the
go to
link is not a Bible. In my
I know
bio.
everybody be like, link in bio, check for me.
Yeah.
I just thought she was one.
I just like the link that's in my bio is my booking information. If you want to click that and you want to book me, yeah. So it's you can go to my website www.amaniphilly.com. You get to check out my clothing merchandise line. You can check out. You can even go to I have the links for my music on my website. I have my music videos on my website. It's all there. Anything that I've ever done in the past and plan to do in the future will be on my website. So if you want to catch up with me, you want to know what Imani Philly is doing next or what has he done, you can go to www.amaniphilly.com.
There it is. That's what I wanted. You go. Hey, what about this merch though? You was talking about merch, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have something for you.
All right, wonderful.
So this is
this is the
over
highlight of
shoulder
2019 already.
And then
You said it's a shoulder bag.
Yes, it's over shoulder bag, and
finally got one, y'all.
so I have everything.
So you had t-shirts too?
I have t-shirts. I can get you one.
What you want me to do? Sign me up. I can promote you. Look, I'll buy some too. Oh, so I finally got one. Yes. So this is get this. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. So the whole time I didn't know this was supposed to be like this. I thought they took the one that was supposed to be around them and threw it over.
Yeah, it's not a fanny pack. It's like the over the shoulder. Yeah, it's actually a little bit bigger than a fanny pack.
It is. Because I got a brown one. It's a perfect color. I'm sorry. I'm excited. Let's go with my outfit right now. Hey, everybody. What's happening? Say hi to Amahni, y'all.
Hey.
I know I'm on air doing this, y'all. Wait, give me a second. All right. Thank you so much. So you got merch.
Yes.
So how long have you been doing your merchandise?
Well, I've been developing it for I think the last 6 months since dropping Forever Golden.
Forever. All right, we're going to talk about the album cover, but wait, let's talk about fashion really quick.
Yes. So,
so it's new. It's your new baby.
It's the Imani Philly apparel
new project
line.
Okay.
And I have the logo. I have the logo T-shirts. I have bombers. I have leggings for the ladies. I have joggers and hoodies.
You do a photo shoot yet?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't yet. So I'm still working on the photo shoot. Like, you know.
Look at me like.
Bear with me. I'm working on
this
it.
Is so funny. Cool. So, congratulations.
Thank you. So, and, you know.
I know lots of photographers.
Yes.
Lots of them. So, let me know if you need anything.
So I definitely.
Even if you want me to wear one of your outfits.
Okay.
2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Yeah. So you into fashion. So you into the art. So you into art. So you feel like it all plays. Do you feel like it's all intertwined in your project and your music because your album cover is lit and a little risque? Who was behind that shot and the idea? Was that your idea?
That was my idea. I'm also a visual artist.
Okay.
So you know I do. I'll say a cross between graphic design and I like my art to look natural and like, you know, but it's graphic art. Okay. But it's me. Like I enjoy that too. I go in and out of different types of art. Okay. Like because it keeps me refreshed. It's like a mood. Like sometimes I'll feel like writing and sometimes I'll just go and I'll create
I'm like that.
some art. And so it's one of those things, but I'll say music is like the first.
That's
like
your first.
My ability to sing and my ability to write, that was what I was born with. That's something that's been there since I was like 2 years old.
You can do it. Could you do it? Well, you okay with doing it for free?
Yeah. Like initially, it wasn't even a goal of mine to get paid to do it because I love music so much that it wasn't even about the money. But my younger brother said to me, he said, well, if this is what you want to do and not have to work a regular job like everybody else, you got to make money.
I wanted to get this. So for everybody who needs to understand, when people say, hey, a donation, it really goes a long way because it's kind of like, it's bigger because it's not about replenishing our income. We don't want you to replenish the income. It's about actually, flyers got to be made. Connections have to be made. Diamond K has to be paid. I gotta get stuff for the show. I got these pillows, y'all. We gotta get pillows. So it's entrepreneurship, and I think everybody has it in them, but it takes time. It's not an easy thing, and money do matter, but not all the time. But as long as you can do it for free, I feel like it will come. Yeah. The people will understand it. It will come, and I think that's why this Forever Golden is going to come because a lot of people. It's a great project. A lot of people, what they said, it was an artist that just came out and said that they put out a project and they wrote it 3 years before it was a hit. I think Booed Up was one of them. It's several projects that artists put out and people put out that is not a hit until later. They probably put money into it, tears into it, but it takes them 2-3 years later to market it or whatever. So congratulations, keep going.
Thank you.
But
Yeah,
was you
good.
nervous doing your cover? Because you don't have that much on. You won't answer. Stop being so modest.
Let me tell you.
You don't have that much on.
So, a very dear person to me helped me edit and come up with that concept and idea because I was nervous. Like
Okay.
I was, because this album actually helped me to be a lot more like in my comfort zone and a lot more open. And I say comfort zone because most people say when they reveal themselves and they're vulnerable, they're out of their comfort zone. But I feel like when you're vulnerable, you're your most you. So that is a comfort zone. It's just we live in a time where everybody is afraid of being exactly who they are versus just being, it's more feared of being who you are than to be like anybody else.
What's up with that?
I think it's the millennials. It's the time we live in where it's like, oh, you have to have the next best thing on like this person. And me, I've never been that type of person. And
Me neither.
I like what I like, and I like to like you see, like even what I have on, like I like the weirdest things, and it's for me. It's for me, and I think this album allowed me to get into that comfort zone of finally just creating a project that I felt was fully me. And so the album cover was giving basically the idea of the light and being free and the flowers
Okay.
and it's just like being like fully vulnerable and opening up. And but this time versus Home was a very dark type of album, but Forever Golden was like sunshine.
Right.
So you got to see the yin and yang of certain situations over time.
So 2018, your highlights and lows, because it sounds like you ready to. 19 is your year. I think it's all of our year, right?
It's everybody. It better be.
Somebody had a meme out talking about. I smell a whole bunch of black millionaires for 2019.
Uh-huh.
Right? I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get
Definitely.
into your 2018 highlights and your lows, because it sounds like you've been through something and you want to push this project some more, and we're gonna push it. We're gonna push this project. All right.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We are. I'll say 2018.
Well, you look good. You look good. The album cover look good.
Right.
You look good. So what?
So 20. Let me say 2018 started out very, very, very wonderful. I guess it was the residue of of the end of 2017 when things started. When I was performing singles for the album, like I think January.
Okay.
January 2018, I was in Brooklyn, and I performed. What did I perform? I performed Waiting Room.
Okay.
And in Brooklyn, and I caught the attention of a DC radio personality, AJ Throwback.
Dope.
And he said, I really love that song. He said, can you send me some more of your music? And I was like, okay. Like I never, I'll say, I didn't receive like good feedback. I'll say verbal feedback. Like I've received good feedback, but I've never received like good feedback from, radio personalities until like you guys.
Yay.
So AJ Throwback really was like, oh, send me some. I really love that song. So Waiting Room kind of was the starting point. So the album wasn't released until months later, but that was the first song to kick it off. And then also I decided to take Good Love.
Okay.
Good Love is a song that's about 5, 6, 7 years old.
Oh, okay. It wasn't on Home?
No, it wasn't on Home.
It sounded like it was before Home.
Yes, it was before Home, and that's so.
Also, I really touched on something when I was like, people get, sometimes it happens later.
Yeah.
So
that song is a very
else
old
came
song.
out and said this about a project that the song didn't come. Oh, I just seen it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Good Love. So 2018 was kind of like the residue was coming off. You were saying, and 19 is like you're here. Yeah, and that's how it was for me for 2018. It was just, it started off kind of like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know, like, what's going on?
And you just going
and
with
I'm just going with it. And I'm like,
what am I doing?
This is all right, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's why I think I mentioned, like, closing doors. It wasn't, like, to be, like, negative. It's to be positive.
No, it's to be positive.
You know, it's okay.
You know, have to close doors to walk into the next door. You know, you don't want to leave it open.
You don't want to leave them open. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
You know? So your project, your merch, congratulations on that. So that's your new baby. So you do plan on launching that. How soon?
Well, it is available online right now.
That's AmahniPhilly.com, right?
Yes, it's on. You can go to AmahniPhilly.com, or you can go to Etsy.com /shop Imani Philly Apparel, and it'll take you straight to.
Any collaborations with this merch? It's just you.
It's just me. It's just all me.
So how do you feel about that? Because me just getting started, because we got 10 minutes. We're gonna talk about your playlist and who you've been listening to over the years, but I say that a lot, like it's just me doing it, but that's actually a good thing. How do you feel about that? Putting a lot into your own project and doing and supporting your own, and because I think people get it wrong. So, like, you build on support. Support don't happen. Yeah. What you think?
Well, I've always been the type of person, when support don't happen, I go and do it myself. I go and teach myself and learn how to do as many things as possible, because I may have to do it alone. It's very, I'll say it's hard. It's not easy at all, because you're in charge. You know, you're in charge of everything, and no input. Like, I do have, like, you know, my team. Drop a Jewel.
Shout out to Dropper! Drop a Jewel!
And Finn the Great. Like, I have my team. They give me, you know, feedback, but mostly everything that's hands-on. I'm actually doing it on my own. Okay. You know, like, they're there if I need somebody to call and say, what do you think about this? Because I'm planning on doing this.
Jewel is that one for me too.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay. Jewel, what you think? I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. V. Yeah. That's my girl.
Exactly.
She
gives really good advice.
She does.
Like,
she really does.
She's a great help. And she's always, like, right there.
She is.
So,
she is.
And I definitely appreciate her for that. Definitely. So. And Finn the Great and the Golden Heart, like, they gave me the motivation and the feedback for this album, for the clothing line, and you got this. So it's you know, plus I have a show. I have a show at the RO Hotel for my birthday. It's March 30th. And
is
at the RO Hotel. No, it's just for my birthday.
Okay, is it? You said the RL Hotel?
The RO Hotel, yeah.
That's the one downtown?
That's the one, yes.
I'm coming.
Okay, yeah, March
the 30th.
And,
what time? 9 until?
No, it's 6:30 until.
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30 until. So I'm gonna perform probably every song on the album.
Okay.
And,
dope. Anything before then?
Not yet.
Okay.
Like, you know, a lot of times, because like, I'll get people trying to book me for shows and things like that. Like, it'll be like a month out or a couple of weeks out, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll be there. So, but right now, nothing so far.
So March the 30th, we're looking for March the 30th as a RL. That's on Redwood.
Yep, on Redwood. Yep.
Yeah, Redwood.
We're back with a Redwood.
You remember that? You remember Trust?
Right across the street from it. Yeah, where the Redwood Church used to
yes,
be.
I know exactly what you talk. So that's March the 30th at 6:30 p.m. and you're
Yes.
performing your songs on the album.
Yes.
Dress code, come fly, come.
Yeah, just come fly. You know, you know.
He looked at himself like,
Imani Philly. You know,
hey,
you
you know.
You got, you know, just come at. I always say, come as you are.
Okay.
And because, I'll say even like the way that I dress is when I'm walking around my city, because you know I grew up on Tivoli off of Huff Road, so I grew up in the hood.
That's
so
right. You season right.
Like, right.
North and
But the
Beach.
way that I dress, a lot of people be like, you don't act and you don't look like you're from Baltimore. I said, but I'm just eccentric. I like to wear certain things that you probably never see on it, like, you know, just random on anybody in the city. So
Trump, the wall. Ooh. Are you into politics? Before we go, because I want you to follow Trump. Get into this really quickly. Okay. Are you into politics? How do you feel about voting? Real quick. Your influences, who you listen to coming up in your current playlist.
Okay.
Shoot
now,
shot.
Trump. I feel like they should just give him the wall because he's gonna mess up everybody's money. Everybody's money. Everything is like the government is on shutdown. He's gonna mess up everybody's money if they don't just give him that wall because he's like a big kid. You know, he's not going to let up unless you give him what he wants. Just give him his wall and go about your business. We already voted. You know, we already voted for him. I mean, I know
you didn't. You're just saying he's in office.
But he's already in office. Just give him his wall. He got like another year and a half left. Give him his wall and move on. And
but do you really think it's about immigrants, this wall? Because what about Michigan and this Flint water? It's so much stuff. They forgot
about it. They forgot
it's
all
so
about
crazy.
that.
So it's like, is this
their
really
water is still messed up.
Yes.
And they just let it go.
So that's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
You see this? We can get into so much as to is this really about immigrants? This wall?
I don't think so. I just think
I want y'all to talk y'all ish with
he just wants what he wants when he wants.
He just wants what he wants.
And that's something that you have to understand. He's a big kid, and he's give him what he wants. And my inspirations.
Your inspirations.
I love George Clinton.
Okay. I
love George
that.
Clinton.
Okay.
Tank. You know, the artist Tank. Who else?
Who you grew up listening to?
I grew up listening to Earth, Wind and Fire. The Emotions. Isley Brothers. Like I grew up listening to the old stuff. Like, yes, I love like the '90s era, the '90s music because that's when I was, you know, a teenager. I was coming up. '90s music, you know, like I love the '90s music, but it's nothing like a good old vinyl album. Old school, you know. I got like a pile of them in my house right now. Like I got Isley Brothers, Emotions,
So you're old soul like myself.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. I love the ways of old in music. Like that's just completely.
It's a difference.
Something that is missing.
It's a vibe.
Yes, definitely.
I can say that. I agree with you on that. So your playlist, you got Tank in it. Of course, Forever Golden is in your playlist.
Yes, I got Forever Golden. Let me see. Her.
I seen her in concert last year.
Yeah, like she's amazing.
She's dope.
She's amazing. Her, SZA, I love SZA. I like SZA was an influence.
She was. She just came out of nowhere to me.
Yeah,
but she was around the whole time.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, wow. Okay.
Exactly.
So when they push, when certain things that certain people get behind you is good. Mm-hmm. Congratulations on all your endeavors.
Thank you.
Leave us with why entrepreneurship or network is important, and something that you want people to know about you and to look forward to for 2019.
Okay, I'll say networking is important because it helps expand your brand when you connect with other brands. It's something that's missing in the black community these days because everyone is trying to, purposely do it alone. I'm not trying to purposely do it alone. Like I want to work with people.
Me too.
So that's what I want to leave with that. And what was the other thing?
What do you want us to know about you besides the album, or with the album, or what you have in store for 2019?
Okay.
Anything that you want us to know about you that you didn't get a chance to, I didn't pull out of you, or the music? You said, girl, you pulled a lot.
You did. Like, I mean, I look. I overshare. Look, like I overshare. No, so you didn't get what. Yeah. So it's.
So, who is Imani Philly? Like, what do you want us to know besides you're a fashionista, if that's okay to call you?
Okay. That. I mean,
a songwriter, a producer, obviously, a singer. You have several projects out right now, I would say, or a few projects out right now, and you're working. So, what do you want to leave us with?
Well, Imani Philly. I'm a very spiritual person. I'm very. I'm not gonna say religious. I'm very spiritual, and I'm very. I'm very loving. I have a big heart. So everything that I do with my music, especially, like my whole heart is in all of my music. And if we live in the days where we have the reality shows and people want to know your business. If you want to know my business, go and listen to the albums. Then you'll know everything. Read a few of my interviews. Watch this one. If you want to know some things about me. Personally, if you feel like it's missing, because I'm not a social media person.
Not yet. You're going to have to be.
So,
you're not big on it.
No, I'm not big on it.
So, is that something that you feel like 2019 you're going to try to?
I'm going to try. I want to try.
I don't know.
Social media is very.
So that's something that's new for them. You don't like it.
I don't.
You don't think it's a good tool? Because eventually
it's a good tool
for promotion.
But
you don't think it's always utilized.
As far as the selfies and the live videos, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm not that type of person. If I'm going out to the club, which I don't do, by the way, if I'm going out to the club, I don't want nobody to know I'm going to the club and where I'm at and where I look like.
It
like
is different. It is different.
I'll let you know, like. Just recently, I went to a black party. So, one of my homeboys, he said, "You should take a picture." And I'm like, "For what? I don't want nobody to know what I'm doing." He said, "No, for the gram. Like, you gotta take a picture because you dressed up. You gotta take a picture. In the high back chair for the gram. The wing chair."
That sound high though.
And I said, "Okay, all right, I'll do that." I did it and.
The one that I know is one you talking about.
Yeah, and I got good feedback, but I didn't really want to do it at first. I was just like, I guess I'll do a picture for social media.
Time has changed, and like I said, words from the wise, like my aunt told me, it's balance, and it's just time. I'm not a big social media person myself, but I have to use it for the business. I got to promote the Forever Golden album. I have to promote the V-Mix 11 a.m. to 12 when Ready on the Fire. Next show will be Velvet Yawnyverse. It's about health and beauty, of course. She's beautiful, so get familiar with Velvet _Yawnyverse. Again, shout outs to Jewel for sending Amahni and Velvet my way. I appreciate you. Hopefully you
love you, Jewel.
You can perform. You probably can perform on my next event too, because I plan on doing some stuff. So stay tuned with the V-Mix. Also, I want y'all to do Making the Brand today. That's January. Well, today is the 19th. It's from 1 to 4. I think you can still pay at the door. I will be there as well. But thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You got your playlist popping. We talked about your Home is out right now still. We still can promote Home. Forever Golden is out right now.
Golden is out.
This merch is out right now.
The merch is out, and it's a variety. Like when you go on there, you're going to have things you like.
I feel like dream big in 2019. So you want to drop your contact information? I think I don't have nothing else to promote right now. Mayor's Lighthouse. She's responsible for my eyelashes. Very reasonable prices. Beautiful girl. She has a great message behind her brand as well. And I will be here next Saturday, February. I think I have Swagged Out Photography. Shout out to Brini G. I have Corbin Smith. That's my lineup for February. So I want y'all to stay tuned. I want y'all to get familiar. Go to the vmix.com. I'm just like Amani. If anything coming up, anything old, go to the vmix at the vmix.com. And that's 1X, so that's THEVMIX.com. I am about to put my next blog on my site. I have been getting some things in order and making sure I'm booked up to like April, you all. So if you want to get on the VMix, I want y'all to hit me up as soon as you can. I do take off one Saturday out the month because I get my beauty rest. I don't know what this meant. I just hit on what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but I do have enough Saturdays to go around for all of you wonderful entrepreneurs. So, yeah, that's about it.
Yes.
Drop your contact information one more time.
Yes. Imani_Philly on Instagram.
Thank you.
On Facebook. Amani Philly music. Yeah. Social media. And then my website, www.amaniphilly.com. And you can check out my merch on etsy.com/shop/ Philly Apparel. Check it out. And
Besides, you got more projects you're working on? March the 30th?
Oh, yeah, March the 30th. I will be having a live show at the RO Hotel. So stay posted, stay posted on that. Stay posted because I will be posting on social media. So,
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, but it will be there, So, just stay up on that. Yeah, I'm grateful to be here.
And Forever Golden is on iTunes, Spotify. Tidal.
Tidal.
Shouts again. All right, so we about to go. The VMix, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Again, go to thevmix.com. Thank you for all my collaborators, all my sponsors, Devin Green, Franklin Foundation, Jersey Sean, all the artists that ever blessed my show. I really, really appreciate you. I am cooking up. I am working on some stuff. I really, really, really am. I want y'all to stay tuned. I'm actually doing a giveaway maybe the third quarter or probably before then. If y'all want to be a part of it, if you want information on it now, I do have a press release ready to send out. It's not all the way finished though, but I can send it to you. Hit me up at thevmix@gmail.com, and that's THEVMIXX@gmail.com. My website is 1X, and that's the reason my email, I think I said this the last time, the reason my email was 2X's, they had 1X available. So yeah. Shout outs to Easy Jackson. Shout outs to everybody who came, Jamal Smith, everybody who came to bless me switching over to Radio on Fire from WFBR. Again, shout outs to WFBR. I still love you. Shout out to Gene Austin. Everyone, my mom, my aunt, Mark, St. James, my Kate, everybody. Thank you. The people I opened the door for, the people I shut the door on. Thank you. Love y'all. Yeah. I see y'all next Saturday, January the 26th. You got anything you need to say? Imani Philly.
Yeah,
thank you.
Imani Philly.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And VMix.
Yes.
Thank
you. See y'all next Saturday. Get familiar. Tell Nikki I need to keep this pen.
That's a nice pen.